Jeff Jeter, rep for Producers Cattle Auctions. I've been in the selling part of the cattle business since 1966. My duties and responsibility as producer's representative is to go out and film the cattle on the ranch. Majority of the time the cattle are with their mothers in the pasture, and we can get a representative sample of what would be going on the load. And then once we get the pictures, we describe the cattle as far as weight, delivery date, weighing condition, describe all the transaction that happened during a delivery, to put everything on the internet, and then proofread it and be sure everything's the way it needs to be. At the delivery time, the cattle are penned, go through a chute, and we sort out the cattle, separate the steers from the heifers and so forth, whatever we need to do. And then once the cattle are separated and with the cattle are weighed, after they're weighed, then they're figured out how they need to be loaded. Most of the time, if we're loading steers and heifers together, we are on the same load. We try to keep the steers and heifers separated. Once the cattle are consigned to the sale, well, I'm working for the seller. I'm doing everything I can to get his cattle sold at a price that they need to bring, or at a what we think is the top price. Once those cattle are sold, then I have no control over anything that I can do for the seller. So then I'm having to put on a different hat and work for the buyer and make sure the cattle fit the description, fit the contract. And the main thing is just communication with the buyer, and it comes back down to the rep's reputation being what is making the cattle what you described them to be. The main thing is just to do what you say you're going to do, regardless of what the consequences. The cattle that we sell on these what we think usually is our higher markets during the year. Well, the cattle come up at that time for sale. Most of them have a reputation of some sort as far as the performance of the cattle once they buy them. And if a feeder buys a set of cattle one year and he does real good on them, well, then he gets one shot or one chance to buy those cattle, and that's on the special sale that they're on. If he misses them, then he doesn't get to buy those cattle at all. And it's hard to guess the weights or establish weights. The way we do that is usually the calves that are shipped the same period of time every year will weigh within 25 pounds of what they did the year before. The only thing that would change that would be the drastic change in the weather, or changing the bulls or cows, something to do with the cattle herd. Other than that, weather won't change it normally more than 25 pounds. One of the things that I do that I think add value to the process is if something is wrong whenever you weigh the cattle up as far as the delivery, if the cattle don't fit the description, or if they're too heavy or the weights are not right, the first thing you need to do is call the buyer and let him know what the situation is, what the problem might be, or potential problem, and then let him be on the decision of whether what needs to be done as far as correcting that.